YouTubers. Doing another video. I thought about doing this. The voice is with me. We are going to my uncle's house to dog sit because he's going out of town. They are going out of town. So we got the voice's car loaded up with the cat and a dog and all our junk because she is far more a minimalist than I am, but neither of us are minimalists, so it takes a whole carload to get us to go somewhere. We're going to continue on route, but we're going to do some rambling, I think. Again, I haven't told the voice what we're going to do, so I'm going to tell her now. Then I'm going to take a pause, and then we'll do it. I'm going to do kind of like she did a question and answer of me. I'm going to kind of do an off the top of my head question and answer with her. I am not prepared. I just going to see if I can think of anything for her to ramble about. So, we'll be back in a bit. Oh, and we are late because, wow, that guy's going quick. You ever know how Amazon is kind of like the cable company used to be, sometime between noon and 10? Well, it's 8 o'clock, so we had to wait for Amazon packages. First world problems, right? And now we're going. So, like I said, I'm going to do what I just said. All right, now we're going to do the questions. But first, before that, I got to make sure the voice is good and nervous first. I got to, like, reveal some stuff.
Oh.
I have been, what is it now, 25, 26 days nicotine-free. I stopped the vaping thing. And I'm not all that nice of a person sometimes. I gotta admit. I get kind of cranky. Like, pretty friggin' cranky. And I've apologized to her in person, so now I'm doing it in YouTube world. I'm sorry. I looked at her too, and my eyes looked all sad like a puppy dog. I gotta do better. Okay, so
Picking up mini mistletoe?
we might do some mistletoe, but that's not really your business.
That's
Elf Boy.
private.
That's private. First question. You ready?
Okay.
These are not going to be that difficult.
Okay.
Where it's a two-parter, and it's got to be top of the head. Just go with it.
Okay.
Where is the favorite place you've ever camped in your van, and where is the number one place you'd like to go in your van?
Oh, favorite place. Well, it's got to be Arizona.
Ah.
What did you just say to these people?
Oh, about not being nice? That was nice.
Not being cranky.
Oh. Second of all, I gotta go faster.
Is it 70?
Yeah, it's 70.
Okay, cool.
See, I'm giving you time to think.
No, and because now I camped in my previous life as well, but it was just kind of routine and boring. But when I first got my RV, a few months later, I went west all by myself, and that was a big deal. And so when the direction I was going was to Arizona. If you're familiar with the RTR, that's where I was headed to. Because I had this in my mind that I was maybe gonna sell everything and live in my van.
Nice.
And so I wanted to go to the RTR. Well, it was okay, but it wasn't really for me. And I wouldn't feel the need to go back again. But the desert stuck with me hard, and I have really missed it since I went, and that was 2019.
Okay.
So it's 5 years ago. Well, 4 years ago now, because I came back right before like everything shut down.
Okay. I've for me, because it has to be about me sometimes. RTR, no desire personally. I'm sure a lot of people would like that. I've spent time in the desert. I'm good with it. I'll do it again because the voice likes it, but not really my thing. Okay, and now the second part of the question.
Okay, can we stop?
Yeah.
You haven't been to Arizona desert though.
I've been to more deserty than Arizona desert.
I know, but the cactus and the sunsets are amazing.
I understand.
Okay, second part.
Your second part is, where's a place on your list you want to go?
Oh, geez. Oh God, everywhere? National parks.
Not one place over everything else?
Nothing specific. Well, I mean, back to Bass Lake.
Oh, you got...
Back to Moose Rapids.
Wow. Champagne taste over here. Not Alaska, nothing like that. Back to Bass Lake with 112 houses around a small lake. But there was a nice swimming area.
I liked the fish.
Yeah.
It was so cute. I wish we had a picture of him. No, I mean, yes, Alaska sounds amazing and would I like to go? Absolutely. I would really love to travel through Canada.
Yeah.
That would be very cool. And I would love to camp somewhere around Joshua Tree.
I've always wanted to go to Canada, go as far north as the road goes. I know there's a point along like Hudson Lake. Was that
Hudson Bay.
Hudson Bay? Jeez. My brain's not working. I've always wanted to do that, but this is about you. So
yeah.
You don't have a burning one place?
I don't. I have a list of burning places.
Okay.
Like in my mind, I have a list.
Okay.
And not just in the RV, but to travel.
If we talk about, world travel, there's New Zealand, number one for me.
New Zealand, Australia.
Sure.
Getting an RV and driving through Europe. My dog. Yeah. I need a binder for all the places I want to go. There's probably not enough time in my life to go everywhere and see everything I want to see.
That's true. So stop waiting around is what you always get told, isn't it?
Really. And right now we're limited by animals.
Sure.
So I hope, yeah.
Okay, that's it. There'll be another question or 17 after another short commercial break. All right, YouTubers, I'm going to make this even harder on her. To try to get more questions in, I'm going to limit her to 1 minute on her answers. But to be fair, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the question, then I'm going to shut up, and then when she's ready, I'll start this recording again. Okay? The next question is, when and why did you become vegan?
I talk?
You talk.
Okay. I initially went vegetarian just for health reasons, and then I had an epiphany that why do I love my dog so much? And somebody that I kind of knew by the wayside shared some stuff on Facebook, and it really got me to thinking, and I just considered, like, why wouldn't I eat a dog? I mean, that may be hard to hear, but like, why is it okay to eat a cow or a chicken when I think eating dogs is disgusting? And that's how I started. And I'm not perfect, but I do the best I can.
And you're a great cook, so that makes it better. Don't you think, honestly?
I don't want to be arrogant.
No, but you're a very good cook, and you were a good cook before the vegan.
I was.
And it makes vegan life easier when you're a good cook.
Well, and I'm out of time.
You're out of time. GoPro. She looked at me sad, so I gave her an extra 30 seconds because she's got something she's wanted to add.
It won't even take 30 seconds. I found a website called, a Facebook page called Clean Food Dirty Girl. And they have, like week-long menus that you could batch cook, and that's kind of how I got started doing it. I learned how to cook plant-based by that.
Okay, we're keeping it to a minute. I'm gonna ask her the question, then we'll come back. You're getting the whole idea of the drill. On the same question, putting the two questions together, is it easier or harder to RV as a vegan? And any tricks that she has for you guys out there if you're vegan. Go ahead.
Okay. I think that it depends on how you are used to eating. If you are used to cooking things from scratch, like that's your norm, to just make things homemade all the time, I don't think it's going to be a big deal to start cooking plant-based. If you're somebody that likes a lot of processed foods, it might be harder for you because things are more limited in the vegan arena. And in terms of, the other thing in the RV is if you're truly going to be eating things that you cook a lot, it's a little hard because you need a lot of fridge space. I make a lot of sauces and stuff like that. I put together sauces, and so consequently, I have a lot of stuff in the fridge. Maybe sometime we need to show that.
Sure.
Just for the fun of it. So you can see all the bottles of stuff in there and jars.
So that's the hardest part, is how you got to have a big fridge.
Yes.
Okay.
And then tips and tricks. I would say the one thing I do that's really helpful is I have all the recipes written down because I use Pinterest a lot. And so I have a notebook where I kind of write down the meals that I plan to make, and I kind of do them according to the vegetables I'm bringing. So the more perishable things I use up first, and then I use up the other kind of more shelf stable, like sweet potatoes and carrots and cucumbers and those kinds of things later.
And like anything, you write it down because sometimes you don't have access to your phone.
That as well. That is, yes, because we don't always have internet where we're going.
All right, that's it for now. All right, the next question. What are your top 5 favorite YouTube channels? And she watches a lot of YouTube.
Oh.
I'm going to give you time to think.
Okay, let's see. There's one channel that I'm really enjoying right now, and I've followed them since before I bought my van, kind of the same time when I started looking at your videos.
Yeah, mine is number 1. This channel is her ultimate favorite of forever.
That
goes without saying.
Number 1. Well, I used to watch your videos all the time, and now it's like, I need to see what we're doing.
Right.
Because I'm living this every day.
Right.
So I'm like, well, I know what's in that video. Anyway, I wouldn't say this is number 1, but probably like right now the top 3 is Snow and Kurt. And they're a couple from Florida that quit their jobs, retired early, and they're traveling the world. And right now they're in a van. Yeah, he built out a Sprinter van, and they traveled the U.S., went to Mexico, went to Central America, went to South America, and now they're in Europe. And it's a lot of fun to watch them. There's another channel that I like that is Vanlife, and again, I started watching them. They're okay. I used to watch a channel called Eamon and Beck, and they are not making videos since they had a baby, so I don't see them anymore. And Lisa and Josh, I know you've talked about them before. They're a lot of fun, and they're not making. They haven't had a video come out for a little bit. And who's the other one?
Vegan stuff.
Well, I do like Cheap Lazy Vegan. She's kind of silly. She's a little bit silly. She does these Munching Mondays, and then she does mukbang videos where she's Korean. And so she's from Canada, and so she's kind of fun to watch sometimes. And I do watch a lot of vegan or plant-based cooking videos. And I also kind of I like watching, there's someone called, her channel's called Exo McKenna, and she works on her house. I like her. And then there's one that I really like, and she's a young woman that lives in Southern California, and her channel is called Shanty Marie. I think her name's Chantel, but she calls herself Shanty Marie, and I really enjoy watching her. She goes shopping, she goes to the farmers market, and preps and cooks and stuff.
Okay. We can list, while she's saying that, maybe I'll put some overlaid of just channel names that we also both watch and that she likes. That's it for now. So this is a tough question. It's dark. It's not as dark as that looks. So she's gonna need time with this one. We've done a couple videos lately how we're both thinking about replacing what we're using as RVs, my cousin Eddie van and her van. So I'm gonna ask you, have you narrowed it down to a type or a brand? Because we've been kicking around a lot of different ideas. So I'm putting her on the spot for you guys in YouTube land, but as much for me. what type, are we talking Class C, Class A, Class B, travel trailer, and if any of those, if there's a brand or anything more specific she might have. And I'm again going to give her time to think because she only gets a minute.
I don't need to think.
Go for it.
I think I really thought long and hard about having a different vehicle in a travel trailer, and I don't think that's going to work. I think the only thing that's really going to work for us is some kind of a Class C, and I'm still up in the air on the size. I'm hoping that when we're here in Ohio, we can go look at more, and that's it. So
Okay.
I don't know brand or whatever, but some kind of a Class C.
Which coincides with me because I'm thinking Class C or possibly a B+, depending on the type of B+. But the B pluses we both like are always really expensive.
Yes.
And I'm going to go on a tirade here for a second, if that's okay.
Yeah. It's your video, man. You do what you want.
I just posted a video where we went to the Airstream place, which is actually the same place my uncle bought his little tab trailer.
Oh.
And looking at the prices,
Wow.
it's to the point where it's really disheartening to try to think of replacing our vans, because the prices, even for used, I will say this, the people that we met there, they bought a new Airstream trailer, which was very nice, new to them. The moon is beautiful down
Is
there.
that the moon?
That's the moon.
Holy
But the
cow.
Airstream they got was 4 years old. When you watch a lot of people doing video reviews of all these fancy RVs and stuff, my mind keeps going to, who the hell can afford these things? And then I get mad. I look at like Leisure Travel, their vans are now like $250,000, and there's a 2-year waiting list if you want a brand new one. 2 years. So there's no, you keep telling yourself prices are going to come down. If people are waiting 2 years for a van to be built for them, these prices ain't coming down. It's insane. And then you look at the stuff that you can buy in Europe for 50 or 60,000 euro, which are 10 times better than the crap we have to choose from. So there's my little tirade. I've been cranky about a lot of things, and the crankiness has also been that, I love my van, but our 2 vans really don't work for us as well as we'd like to now. But replacing them is ludicrous.
Visit some gingerbread houses.
Yeah, maybe we'll just move into a gingerbread house, boy. So I'm going to think of more questions. Sorry about that. I got a little salty. I'm going to make a change to what I just recorded, a little post-edit, because we got to thinking. The people we visited that bought a 4-year-old very nice Airstream, I'm not going to tell you how much they paid, but it scared me to know, oh my God. So they're very expensive. And the moon is beautiful tonight. The voice is trying to get a picture. All right, I'm going to give her just a minute. When you go camping, RVing, whatever term is politically correct, what's your favorite part of that?
Just first thought is swimming. I love being in water. I love floating. I've been to Florida a few times, and most of my time is spent in the water, be it a pool, be it the ocean. But I have a list now, not just that. I like to read, and when I'm camping I read, and I like to hike, and I really like campfires, and you make a good one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, really, I like everything about camping, but and I can add to that list floating around in our kayak.
There you go.
Yeah,
Over the paddleboard, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, quick follow-up question. Morning person or night person?
Ooh. I used to be a night owl.
You are not a morning person. She is not a morning person. I am not a morning person, and she is double not a morning
Now,
person.
most
What
mornings.
time did you get out of bed today?
this.
That's enough. That's enough. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.
That's not fair. Most.
What is the worst time suck in your life?
Oh God, my phone.
Yes. She polluted me I started playing games just like her. Oh my God, those games on your phone is a complete time suck. If you've never done it, don't do it. You're gonna get so mad at yourself playing those games, because I'd be like, would you please pay attention? And then I started playing, I'm doing the same damn thing. Don't play cell phone games.
Yeah, and you know what? Now I'm like, I want him to put that game down.
I know, right? It's terrible. Don't do it,
I feel like
people.
such a hypocrite.
Don't do it. All right, my phone alarm is going off because Vinny's late getting his shot. You'll get your shot when we get there, Vinny. You just calm down. I'm going to give her 2 minutes on this question because this question is important. She has done quite a bit of solo van travels as a woman, and I bet you there's some good advice she could give to other women out there that want to solo RV. So I will either give you a second to think, or
No, I don't need to think.
do what you got to do.
I just blurt things.
Yeah, blurt away.
The one thing that really stuck out to me when I told friends and family that I was doing this is everybody said, "Oh, by yourself? Aren't you scared?" And yeah, I was a little scared. But you know, if you're a single female, just go do it and be scared, because you will realize it's a very empowering thing to do. And just do it scared, and you'll figure things out. Make some plans ahead of time. And so you don't, you know, I'm not saying to go willy-nilly and not know what you're doing, but plan everything and know what you're doing, and then just go do it. Is it a little scary? Sure it is. But the more you get out, the more confidence you gain, and it's really good to be able to accomplish something like that.
Is that it?
Oh, another thing, I don't have this anymore, but I had something called Harvest Hosts, and it gives you an opportunity to camp for free at different kinds of different, holy cow. You could cut that out. It gives you a chance to camp for free at places, and it was kind of a cool way of being someplace where I didn't have to pay, but you know, you are supposed to spend a little bit of money in these businesses, but it kind of makes you feel a little better if you don't want to pay for like a campground. If you're on a budget or something like that, you just pay the subscription and that's it. So that was one thing I did. In New Mexico, I stayed at a really cool alpaca farm. And that was quite memorable. So, yeah, that's what I'd say.
Okay. So I have more questions, but I can't really think of them right now. So we're probably gonna wrap this up, call this a video, see what we got here, see what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed. While we're in Columbus here for about a week, we are gonna go look at some RVs, mostly just to see. I personally don't think we're ready to buy yet, but I don't know. And I love my van, and it's hard to think of giving up my van, but it just doesn't work anymore. It's been 2 years of a dog and cat that just can't get along. So taking two vans everywhere just doesn't work, but it's all we can do right now. So we'll figure something out.
Can I say something?
You can say anything.
The one thing I can say 100% is whatever we might get, it will not be new.
That's her opinion.
I can't be in something new.
I understand. No, that's my opinion too. I can't afford nothing new.
Yeah, that too.
I'd rather have new, but I can't afford it. Plus, then if you buy something new, the way they do them, I'll go on another tirade. You got 6 months of taking it back to the shop all the time because they just don't care. They'll charge you more money than you think you should ever have to pay for something, and they don't care that it's crap quality control. So yeah, it would be used. But,
well, if you go into a new RV, you'll see they smell terrible.
yeah,
Most of them. Chemicals.
sure. Is that a Rivian? No, it's a Rivian.
No, I don't believe so.
No. All right. So I can't think of anything else. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, the phone has got me so... I am so irritable. I might need to start vaping and nicotining again because I am just not a happy camper. Because the combination of that stupid phone alarm, I call it circus, has got me just really irritable. So I don't want to be irritable. Don't drive angry. Bill Murray told you. But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great and wonderful day.